This is a technique to escape the problem of forgetting how to do molarity problems. I made this video because I do molarity problems at scattered times, a month apart, sometimes more, and I would forget some detail, make a mistake, and mess up an experiment. The key is to picture yourself doing all the steps, go through all the motions if you can get yourself to do it, and maybe practice the sketch. The combination is the best way I know to have these problems stick for the long term. Here, imagining myself for the first step, looking at sodium chloride. On the periodic table, I'm looking at the molecular weight for sodium and chloride. First step is finding them, imagining myself looking at those squares, and then writing them down and adding them together. There's only one sodium and one chloride, so I just have one of each. 58.45. That is the weight in grams that I'm going to need to make a 1 molar solution. Here I am, picturing myself with my eyes closed, moving my hands as if I'm moving 58.45 grams into this container and weighing that out, and then pouring it into 1 liter. That's the core part, imagining myself for those 1, 2, 3 steps. That gets a 1 molar solution. Let's make it a little more complicated. What if I have more atoms? Well, I just add each one. If I have more than one in the formula, I can multiply by whatever the number of atoms there are for each one, add them all together, or I can just look up the formula weight. I'm closing my eyes, picturing myself doing that, going through the motions of adding it, maybe with my hands on paper, then imagining weighing out that amount, imagining myself actually scooping the contents out of a jar, weighing it, and then imagining myself pouring it into the liquid. What if I don't need 1 molar solutions? What if I need a half molar? Well, then I close my eyes and I picture myself multiplying the formula weight times 0.5 to get a half molar solution. What if I need only 400 milliliters? Again, I close my eyes and picture myself using the formula weight times 0.4 because it's only a 400 milliliter solution, and 0.5 to get a 0.5 molar solution with 400 milliliters of it. What you want to do is practice this a couple times a day, either the sketch or actually going through the motions or both. What most of my students tell me is that if they do that for 3 days, sometimes only 2, it'll stick for at least a week or 2. And then every time they find themselves forgetting, if they go through the practice again, usually only takes about a minute once they have it down. If they do the practice again, it'll last for at least a few more weeks. As they go back to it a few more times, it starts becoming automatic.